Welcome back to Peniros, Mind People. This is Survivalminds show with Peniros, Mind, and MC Official.
What up, what up, what up?
Now, we're going to be talking about the sugar daddy lifestyle as written. This one's going to be a good one, people, but while we're getting people in the room, let's check this song out by Killer Priest.
Powerful waves.
Hey, I love that song. I love that song. I'm like, yo, I'm jamming.
Yeah, I know that's one of the producers that you can definitely check out. I'll send you some of his stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's one of the homies. But big up yourself, Larry Beach, in the comments. Yeah.
I've already got the first line for that tune. I've already got the first line.
Say that again.
I've already got the first line for that beat. That beat is beautiful. I love it. Big up
It's
the
a beautiful beat, isn't it?
Big up the
So
producer.
relaxing. That's the sort of beats I like these days because sometimes all the jargon that we hear on these tracks, man. Sometimes you just want to listen to some instrumentals and just chill out. Because a lot of people out there be chatting some rubbish on them bars. But today, people, we're talking about sugar daddy lifestyle, and it's very important, you see, because a lot of us have children, and obviously we like to guide people in the right direction and give people awareness for the type of things that's happening out there,
Yeah.
And a special guest, MC, that you're going to be seeing a lot of more, is going to be talking with us about certain experiences and friends' experiences and stuff like that to give us just a bit of awareness. People, if you could send out the link, because I've been blocked out of Facebook for some strange reason today. So if you could send out the link, yeah, that would be great. Big up yourself, Larry Beach. You know what I mean? I can't even, for some reason, Larry, I can't even put the link in the chat. I don't know why, but it's just not letting me do anything right now. So make sure you send out the link. Yeah, big up my man from USA. Yeah, so can you hear me?
I can hear you very well. Can you hear me?
Fantastic. I can hear you. So we want to cover some of this sugar daddy stuff, and where would you say, like, MC, like, this problem, like, starts? Like, where would you say it starts? Is it thing of more of, is this on the internet, or like more
Yeah.
likely friends are about to push you in that direction? What would you say?
Yeah, it's pushed all over social media, and it's kind of like a taboo thing that people don't really like to talk about, but it really does happen. And it's extremely dangerous, and people and young girls and people in general need to know about the dangers of these activities and how it
Right.
can really affect young women, you know. There's a lot of it going on. You know, you always see these social media posts of these girls in Dubai and relaxing on yachts and drinking champagne, and it's nice and it's lovely to see, but at the same time there is a darker side to it from what I've heard and seen, and it's quite concerning. And from another point of view, that's from me as a person who's grown and would never in a million years go off and meet a random person, but back in the day I did do that. I did. I flew out.
And and life is experience, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we all done a lot of things when we was younger. You know, I've glimpsed through a few things myself.
I was getting flued out, literally. But for me, I've been very lucky, and I've always had, a guardian angel around me, guiding me and protecting me and showing me the way. Never really. I have got myself in situations, but I've always managed to get out of them, if that makes sense.
Right.
So I've been really, really lucky in a lot of situations. But you have to really remember that every time you go out there into the world and you're mixing with certain energies, not everyone is of the same vibration as you. Some people they have different agendas and different things that they have in mind and stuff like that. What is it called? So you have to really keep that in mind. So a lot of girls just be traveling and getting flown out, and I just want to speak of the dangers of it. Do you know what I mean? And also as well, these people that are so-called doing the let's call it what was it?
What what they call that thing again? OnlyFans.
Not just no, I'm talking about that stuff that's going on in Dubai. What Latoya was talking.
What people doing all different types of
That's the level of fuckery.
It's a different level over there.
It's a whole mess over there. What? Is that what people are degrading themselves to now?
Yeah. It's disgusting, and these are people's daughters, and some people hide this stuff. You know what I mean? They don't want no one to know. You know, and but like you said, you're going to point out some of the serious dangers and
there is
things like that, and the awareness of it, because it's obviously there's people out there that are really good and manipulative, and that's a serious thing, and that's actually a weapon used against women, I feel. So
well, obviously women go into this with this promise of, oh, I'll get a rich guy and he'll look after me, and sometimes you do, and but a lot of the times it's not the case, and then you end up in a situation that you don't want to be. Now I've watched, there's multiple movies about this on Amazon Prime and all that, and Netflix, about women going on a date, and then it turns out that the guy's really nice in the beginning, and he draws you in, and then one day you're just in a friggin' warehouse somewhere and you're getting taken as a slave. So the thing that happens on a regular basis, women really need to be aware of the dangers, even when you're going on a Tinder date. Even going on a Tinder, something as a Tinder date is so dangerous. You are literally putting yourself in such a dangerous position, because you are at the mercy of this person that you've got. He could be anybody. You know what I mean? So I think that people really need to generally just
we can even say POF, all of them things, like
what's that?
all of them things. Even just linking someone off of Facebook,
people on in your DMs on Instagram and all that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's promoted online for young girls. Oh, get a sugar daddy. You know,
Yeah, no,
so
we're not promoting. So we're letting you know what it is, but we're not trying to tell any of you not to tap into that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying anyone should do it, but I'm just saying my story. I did, and I had multiple experiences. Some of them were funny, and some of them I'll never forget for the rest of my life. I've got stories for the rest of my life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I signed up anyway, and you know, I got multiple messages from multiple different people, and the first one was this guy from America, it's from Miami, and he lived in South Point in Miami. His name was Brian. And, you know, he said, you know, I'm very beautiful. He'd love to have my company for the week. Would I like to fly out to Miami? So I was like, I think at the time I was 26, something like that. So I was like, yeah, like, why not? Let's go to Miami. Do you know, I was ready to like go. I've never been Miami, do you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, that'll be fun. Do you know what I mean? And exciting. And so flew out there. I didn't realise it, but I was in actually business class. So I had like champagne on tap. I had a bed. I could lay down on the plane, and it was like this was like the life. This was like the dream of the world. You know, growing up as a young girl, this is the dream. You're on fucking first class to Miami. And I went out the night before. I got absolutely blitzed the night before. I flew out, stayed on the plane all night, drank champagne all night, and woke up in Miami. And when I woke up in Miami, I'll never forget, it was International Women's Day. And I came off the plane and I went to this bar in Miami, and the guy actually came to meet me at the airport. He took my stuff to his apartment, something else. It was just, it was a palace. It was absolutely gorgeous. It was lovely. We went to restaurants, we went to bars. He introduced me to a couple of his friends. I wasn't too sure about his two girlfriends. There was something about them two girls, the way they kept coming around me. I wasn't sure what their game was, do you know what I mean? And why he kept having these two girls around me. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. Maybe I'm just too over suspicious. But anyways, we had a nice time and whatever. But then like it became a situation where he just wanted, you know, and I wasn't really interested in doing it. So I just felt really uncomfortable at that point, and you know, I kind of realised that reality set in, and then I was just like, "Oh, what have I done?" Flew out to Miami, and this guy wants me, and I don't want him. Do you know what I mean? I don't want him. So it was a bit uncomfortable, but yeah, I ended up. I think I left Miami that night. I think, you know, I felt that uncomfortable. I said, "No, you're gonna have to get me an early flight home. I need to go home." So that night I just went home and I flew back business class, drinking champagne all the way home. Obviously, while I was there, the first couple of days that I was there, you know, we went shopping and we hung out at different bars and restaurants. We went to see like different shows and all that. But then the evening for me, it just freaked me out. I just couldn't do it. So obviously, I could have put myself in danger there. Something could have happened to me there. Where could have had other people there or anything. Do you know, I always think like the dangers of those situations that could have been. So I just thank God that I'm so lucky and so blessed that I've managed to, like, you know, get home safely. And he wasn't an arsehole who robbed me passport. Because sometimes these motherfuckers will rob your passport. They'll take your passport and, you know, they'll fucking put you in a route. Some people are dangerous. You have to be careful.
Yeah, definitely.
Careful in this world.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They make it look all glitz and glamoury, you know. But what type of age groups is these people like? You know what I mean? Like, is it like on the website? Is it like what's the highest age group you've seen?
What, the men on there? There's like 99-year-old men. There's 99. I've seen a 99-year-old man on there one time.
Wow.
he was ready to pop his clogs. I don't know what he was up to on there. I'm not
Yeah, you
sure
want to
what.
go out with a bang, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
so it's like, and what age groups would you say like go to these apps, these websites? What age groups?
Of the women.
Yeah,
The same with the girls, usually like from like probably obviously stricken young girls, probably between the age of 16 and 17, they're looking for a sugar daddy, they're looking for, a rich man and whatever. And that's been the situation for a lot of young women.
yeah,
Um,
it is the
I
situation.
know that obviously sometimes it just happens and people are from like certain parts of the world and that's their only choice. That's their that's you know what I mean, that's their life.
Yeah,
It's very sad. But we have actually got that choice to say, no, I'm not going to go on this date. I'm not going to meet this person. I am going to protect myself. I am going to text my mum and let her know where I am, or my best friend, or my sister, and let them know where I'm going to be at, and let them know you know what I mean, and keep up to date with people. Because
yeah,
if you do that, you're putting yourself in a very vulnerable position.
very vulnerable, and 18 is a very vulnerable age.
Yeah.
Very young. You know, my daughter's 17, about to turn 18. You know,
No, I remember
uh,
going to meet Sugar Daddy when I was 16.
what?
Yeah, I don't know how or what happened, but I met this guy. I was out shopping in Liverpool when I was younger, and this guy came up to me and said, "If you ever want to hang out and go shopping, that's fine." And his name was Clive, and he used to pick me and my friends up in his Bentley, and we'd go driving and we'd go like shopping and we'd do everything. And we just had a lovely time with him, but he never ever tried it. He put us up in a hotel, but he never
Mm,
ever tried any, and he just loved to be in my company. He just loved to be around me and like chat with me and like, go back and forth. But obviously that ended when he didn't actually just want that, he wanted other things and I wasn't prepared to give it to him. But obviously, you know, that's how it goes. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. What can you do? You can't force something that isn't there.
yeah, and it's just a great thing that we have people that have experienced these things able to share what they've seen, because there's a lot of people that would have experienced these type of things, but then they wouldn't share it with people because most people that probably do this are doing it secretly, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Because it's not really something that
no
you'll be
way for anybody
promoting.
not going on Tinder dates though. All the girls in this normal day of society, all girls are going on dates at the minute. All girls, like not all girls, but majority of women will be out
Yeah,
there and they'll be out there linking up with mine. And I just want to speak on, the dangers of it and to make sure that you protect yourself, keep an eye on your drinks, make sure your friend keeps an eye on your drinks, because people be out here putting stuff in your drink and, trying to violate the thing. So we really need to be, vigilant at these times.
yeah. That used to be. I don't know about as much now, but that's a really big thing. The putting stuff in drinks. I've heard stories over the past of people finding their friends on the toilet floor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just thank God they were there, you know. But this is what I'm saying, it's all manipulative behavior, demonic behavior as well, if you ask me. Um, to get a child at 18 years old or even 16 and to introduce them to that type of lifestyle, because everybody's different. So you've got some people that are into drugs, you know what I'm trying to say? Like everyone's different, everyone's got their own little thing. So it's like when you think about people, like I said that my daughter's like 17, about to turn 18. When you think about girls that young and these guys be turning them out, you know what I'm trying to say? That's not always that situation. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because obviously you do get people that just want people to spend time with them and to sit with them and get paid and stuff like that. But it's this is why I keep telling people that it's a must that people build relationships with their children, try to keep relationships with their children, and especially teenagers and stuff like that, because I feel that there's a lot of guys out there that are on other mind, you know what I mean, on some foul stuff, and
Mm.
it's like we have to everyone's got their own way of doing it, but we have to give awareness to the children, to the teenagers.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because right now we live in a world where people just love this money. It's a money race right now. You understand? And
Money
because
is
of that,
definitely it is the root of all evil.
hmm
Causes so many problems, doesn't it? Here on God's green earth, we've literally been given everything by God for free. Food is free. You know, we could everything that's been put on this planet has been put here for free. God gave it us all to share, but for some reason, the government thinks they can come along and tax us on everything. So now we have to pay for everything, which is we shouldn't even have to pay for water, which falls from the sky. Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's just a lot of things that the people are just being ripped off left, right, and centre.
Everything out there has got a
Well,
tax on it.
that's a conversation for another day. We're supposed to be talking about the other one.
What's that one?
Oh, well, remember the second time I flew out to Miami?
Yeah.
Oh, we had the best time. I had the best time of my life, honest to God. It was amazing. It was just by the the grace of God that I had the best time, but that I've got an angel because the second time I flew out to Miami, you wouldn't believe it, but the guy's name was Brian as well.
Oh man.
Called Brian. I know. You can't make this up. So I'm like, Brian? So like, yeah, whatever. So we're chatting to him. He's from England, but he lives in Miami. And he wants me to fly out and hang out with him for the week. Now, in my mind, I'm only going out there because I'm thinking, you know, this could be a great guy. Could you know what I mean? He could be a nice person to date and hang out with. You know, I really do want to like settle down in the future. I don't want to just be dating forever. And obviously, when he said to me, "Do you want me to come to the UK or do you want to come to Miami?" My first thought is, "Why would I want to be in the UK? I want to be in Miami." Do you know what I mean? For our first date, why not? But obviously, I don't really think like that. I wouldn't do that now. But back in the day, I was just like, whatever. Like, I'd rather go to Miami. I want to travel the world. I want to see everything. Do you know what I mean? So I was just bare gas. Flew to Miami. And on the way over there, I met this girl on the plane called Larice. She was a lovely girl. She was so beautiful. I was just like obsessed with her. So me and her just became dead good mates on the plane, swapped all Instas and like Snapchats and whatever and became mates. And gets off the plane anyway and then gets to Miami and the guy's just like, oh, hi, whatever. And I said, oh, I just met this girl on the plane and he was just looking at me as if to say, oh, okay, whatever. And then she's like said bye to me and then he said bye. Then we've ended up going back to the room. He goes to me, do not bring anyone back to this room. And I went, why would I bring anyone back? I'm not bringing anyone back here. He's like, just don't bring anyone back to this room. And I'm like, oh, okay. And obviously I brought the girl back to my room, innit? Because we went to the beach the next day. He said he was busy through the day. And me and her went to the beach. So we went to have a lovely meal down by Miami Beach. It was absolutely gorgeous. She'd gone out there to meet her friend who was working out in Miami. So she's already like linked up with her girl. So her girl's with us as well. So we're like walked down Miami Beach. We've had a lovely time. We've had food and all that. And then I've gone back to the hotel room. He said he had to go and have a meeting or something. So I don't know where he went, but he just gave me money and said, go and like hang out with your girls or whatever. I don't know. So I just did that and then came back to the room. But then he was just, I don't know, he was just being weird. He was just being really weird. And then he was like, we're going to go and hang out with my friends. So I went to like link up with him, went and hung out with his friends. But I was just in this room with this big fucking massive guy. And I was just like, who's this guy and why is he? But he left me in this room with this big fucking white guy. And I was just like, oh, why did he do that? He just left me in the room with him. And the guy was just talking to me and we was just watching this movie. And I don't know why. And I said, I don't even know why he left me in that room with that guy. It was fucking weird. But that guy could have done anything to me because he was the size of
Anything.
a fucking 10-foot ceiling. He was fucking massive. And we was in this little apartment in Miami, and this guy just brought me there and sat me down in there. And do you know what? After that, I said, I could never put myself in a position like this ever again. Because even though nothing happened, even though I left, I think they let me go because I knew I'd already brought my girl to the room. I brought my girl to meet him. My friend had seen him. Do you know what I mean? So if he wants to do anything to me, my friend would be able to give a very good description.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know if
Witness
anything
that.
happens? Do you know what I mean? Because I'd already took Snapchat to me and Louise, so everyone's already onto it. Do you know what I mean? She'd be the last person I was seen
Right.
with. You get what I mean? So
Yeah.
he's like, fuck, do you know what I mean? But imagine if I hadn't met that girl on the flight. Imagine if I'd just flown out there
That's what
willy-nilly.
I'm trying to say, and that's why
You know
we're
what I mean?
talking about this, because this is serious stuff.
This is scary. This is
Yeah,
very
people might
scary.
think to themselves, I don't want no one to know. But sometimes when you don't want no one to know, don't let them know that you don't want no one to know. 'Cause, boy,
Yeah. Tell somebody. You have to tell someone.
you have to tell somebody. You can't fly to a different country thinking, I'm going to come back with grands and stunt in
If
front
the
of my
guy
friends.
wants to know you and he wants to meet you and he wants to hang out with you and he really cares about you and respects you, he will come to you. He will come to wherever you are at and he will introduce himself respectfully and, you can take it from there. Other than that, just leave it alone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to meet him, like in a cafe, in a public space, in a place where there's lots of people, you make sure people know, you're going to meet that particular person. Just be very aware. You can't be too careful because there's millions of people going missing at the moment, and I don't know if you've heard or seen it anywhere. And it kind of gets swept under the carpet all the time, but it's a
Yeah.
massive concern to me, and I think that people really need to be aware of what's happening.
Yeah, and most definitely, and it's true what you're saying. People are going missing by how many people in this chat? And big up to everyone. Don't think I'm not watching you. Yeah, Natty too, Judd. We got Archie. We got Gold Gossip and Shoot Shoot. Right. And oh yeah, my brother Rap the News. White Rap the News. Where you at, bro? I saw you earlier. Yeah. So it's true what you're saying. I don't know how many people in this chat have actually, at the end of the year, typed in missing reports, and see how many people go missing. Now, we know that there's people that have been running away from their parents and stuff, and obviously that's going to go down as a missing report, because sometimes people run off with their partners and whatnot. But all those reports are not that situation. Do you understand what I'm saying? And these people have been going missing for years. This ain't something that's just started happening as well, Em. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about it deep. If you want to go deep, we can go deep.
We can go deep. We can go deep because we have to understand people are only just getting their awareness right now of how many people are going missing. You know what I mean? Because we have things like the internet and all these type of things. But what about before? You know what I mean? Like
This has been happening for centuries, if not decades,
right,
if not
centuries.
thousands of years. You know what I mean? This has been an old age thing that people have been seen doing way back in history, and it's still happening today. And it's getting worse, and it's not getting any better. And I think people really need to be aware and look out for these dangers that are just lurking on our doorsteps.
Right. And we have to teach the youth as well when they're coming up that yes, we do need to make money. We need to eat, we need to pay bills. But what we need to do is make them understand that loving the money is two different things. Needing it, having it, and loving it, three different things. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is what happens. You see, people want to go online, they look at these social media pages, and they're looking at other people's lives and they think, I want to live like that, what is she doing to get that money? You know what I mean? What are this person doing? And then they go digging and searching on the net and they come up with these things like sugar daddy. Now, what is the actual official name of that sugar daddy site?
To a
Do
small
you remember?
There was multiple of them. There was multiple.
There's what?
www.sugardaddyforme.
I thought there was only one main one. You tell me there's multiple.
There's hundreds of them, P.
Oh Lord.
Hundreds of
Oh
them. But I
Lord.
was on back in the day. You would sign in, and you just upload pictures, and then you just get loads of random guys like liking you, sending you roses.
So you're talking back to this. You're saying this thing's been going on for over 15 years, right?
Yeah.
Like on the internet type. Or
What do you mean?
longer.
On the
Has this
internet.
thing been going on for over 15,
Oh, this
20
is
years?
yeah. Like when I was about, I think I was about 18, maybe. Was it
That is
17
so
or like
crazy.
17 or 18 when I met Clive, and Clive was a multi-millionaire, and he took me to his work do, and he had like a work ball, and it was a big ball, and it was a big party, and everyone was just like drinking wine, eating steak. It was a big ball, and I was like, "Why have you brought me to this party?" Friends with me, my friend, like my best friend at the time, was with me. So it's both of us just dressed pure casual. I'm sure, like she had her UGG boots on, and we was in this big fucking ball. It was
Like
absolutely mad.
mad dresses and high heels.
Yeah,
Type.
it was just different. But
Yeah,
yeah, it was just a
yeah.
mad
So it's just,
situation.
was this place like a hidden? It wasn't like a hidden location. It was like one of them out there locations, right?
Say that again.
Was it like a hidden location or is it like a normal
Yeah, it
location?
was literally a hidden location. Anything could happen.
Okay.
Anything could happen to us. But they know me and Dion are on stuff. Like I will fucking do a madness. Do you know what I mean? Dion is on stuff as well. She she would do a madness as well. So ain't no one really trying to play with that. Do you know what I mean? It's just
No, definitely.
not worth it. But at the time, I was a lot younger and a lot more. But at the same time, I've always been very good at reading people. You know, I grew up having to read people's body language and having to notice and recognize when something is up. You know,
Right.
so that's how I'm quite streetwise in that, and I can kind of gather whether I can usually walk into a room and gather whether there's a weird energy in the room. I can tell like where the weird energy. Do you know what I mean? It's like wild. It's like I can read energy, and I think I don't know.
Well, energies. It's just good that you got your spider sense, because not a lot of people have spider sense. So it's really good that you can read the energies like this, and people, you have to understand, that this reading energy stuff comes from a source. You understand, and that is God, the Creator. You understand. This is a thing that reading the energies and things like that, being able to go in a room and read energies. That's like a power.
Yeah.
That's a power of having a higher frequency. Imagine the amount of people from day to day that walk around and don't even read energies. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Everywhere I go, everyone stares at me. And I always think, why does everyone stare at me? And apparently, when you've got the light of God in you and the power of, you've got like an aura around you, and it makes people like fascinated with you. Like you've got like an actual light that actually emanates from you when you are emanating in a high frequency, and a frequency of love and God and worship and happiness and thankfulness.
Yeah, and that's why it's important to have a relationship with your Creator, because what people have to understand that there's a lot of people out there that want to get protection, but they don't really do nothing for the protection. Understand? So what I mean by that is there's a lot of people that want to call on God at certain periods of time, but have you even got a relationship with the Creator to even give you that protection? You're just going to call on Him. How do you expect someone to just help you out like that, and you don't even show them no attention? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
sometimes you just have to ask God, to come into your life and to take hold of your life and to guide you in the tough times and the struggles that you're going through, and to lift you up in His name, and to cover you with love and positive light and positive energy, and take any negativity away, take any doubt or worries or pain or stress, just take it all away and bring the love into my life and help me to be fruitful and helpful for everyone, and help me to be a light in this world. And I feel like people just need to be a little bit more connected and thoughtful of each other, you know, with each other. It was a bit of a monologue, wasn't it? You still there, Faye? Gone quiet now. What's going on, Pete?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Did I disappear?
Yeah, I went off for a minute.
And I was talking as well, so I was just talking to myself. So
Yeah,
I don't know what happened. I was trying to share a video and I don't know what happened. But there was a situation that you had one time. This is what I was actually saying when you couldn't hear me. There's a situation that you had one time and you was going to do some singing or something like that. I don't know if you want to talk about it. You don't have to say the celebrity's name. But there was a situation where you was going to do some singing and they sort of like told you couldn't sing.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
And
I was
I
a
remember,
child.
yeah, he was very young at that time. Someone was actually trying to bring you in the fold. Obviously, you wasn't thinking anything. You know, you was just being innocent, obviously. And this person wanted to involve you in a big show. And this person was how old at this time?
Yeah,
Do you remember how old he was at the time?
I was. I think I was 16, just about to turn
Yeah. But
17.
this person was how old though?
Yeah, maybe 48, something like that. His daughter
Right.
was having a TV show on MTV, Sweet 16.
Mm.
hmm
And it's a situation where, you know, you was being innocent, you just wanted to sing. And some of the managers of this person or person seeing over this person was like, hold on, how old is this person? Like,
Yeah,
just
so
wait.
basically with CeeLo, when I met him in London,
Mm.
he told me that, he said, "What do you do?" And I said, "I'm a singer." He said, "We're doing Top of the Pops. You should come with us and I'll get you on. I'll get you on Top of the
That
Pops."
was it, yeah. Yeah.
So I went. I thought I'm going on Top of the Pops. Fucking CeeLo, you messing?
Yeah.
Big thing. So I was buzzing. So yeah, I went with them
Yeah.
and hung out with them for the weekend. And CeeLo really took a liking to me.
Did you just say his name?
Yeah, CeeLo Green.
CeeLo.
Still love him.
CeeLo.
I've still got love for that man to this day. I still love him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But all it
Yeah.
did was speak, because I was hurt. I was hurt at the time. He hurt me, but he really broke my heart because I was proper like feeling the guy. And you know, we'd ended up getting into a relationship after. And then I found out, well, I seen that he was hanging out with South African supermodels.
Yeah.
You know, so it was kind of like a heartbreak for me very early on, but at the same time, what did they expect? He's a fucking, you know, he's a Rolling Stone, isn't he? CeeLo Green.
Yeah, and he's very linked up as well.
He's fucking like CeeLo
This is
Green.
what I'm trying to say though. When you're younger, and you know,
But I
and
was
this is
like,
what,
I was 16, so coming on
right,
17. You
right.
know, it was a big deal.
It's a big deal, yeah. And this is why people have to understand that. This is why we're talking about this, people. This is serious stuff, man. You got some people out here that don't care how old you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they
And
took us backstage and they made me sing with their backing singers because he was doing "I Think You're Crazy."
oh yeah, that song, yeah,
I
yeah,
think yeah, he did that right, but he had me doing the backing vocals, and I was in the rehearsal room doing the backing vocals, and my harmonies just sounded angelic. And
right,
someone came in I think it was the owner of Warner Brothers.
Mm-mm.
She comes over to me, she goes, "How old are you?" And I went, 16. Why? And she went, "Okay." So then she goes away to her friends and starts whispering away, and then CeeLo comes up to me and goes, when we get back to the Sanderson hotel where we were staying, it was a lovely hotel, loved the Sanderson.
I bet.
Basically, he came and said, we can't let you do the show. They said you're too young. You're only 16. So I was like proper gutted. I slammed the door, said, "Don't speak to me. I want to go shopping. Give me your credit card." And then I was fuming,
Yeah,
really upset. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't go fucking on top of the pops. He promised me.
yeah.
So
And at that age, man, top of the
that's
pops
because
is
I
a
was
big
too young.
deal.
Because someone on there has said, if somebody researches that girl, they're going to see that she's 16, she's from Liverpool. What the fuck is she doing on top of the pops with CeeLo Green? Do you know what I mean?
But you know what's funny about that though? Because back then,
Like,
though, no one wasn't saying nothing about Aaliyah and R. Kelly back then.
I know, but you know what? I feel like his manager, I think her name was Dawn. She was strict. She was like a strict Chinese looking lady. She was so strict.
Mm,
She hated
mm.
me. I think she just hated the fact that as well. My 14-year-old sister was with us. Like my sister,
Oh yeah, yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
She was
That
there.
looked a bit more crazier. Yeah.
So, and then his backing singer was all trying to link up with our Sarah and all that. Do you know, and his backing singer was like what, the same age as him, like if not a little bit, a couple of years younger.
Mm,
So it's just so mad. But these are the
yeah.
type of things that happens with young girls, and I just think, wow, women need to protect themselves more and really just like value their lives more and their safety, because these are the type of, and these guys now, obviously I've still got love to see that. I probably will never see him again in my life, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But luckily he was one of the nice ones. He was one of the cool ones. He loved my vibe, he loved my energy. Everyone who I've ever met, all these people, they all love me for some reason. I don't know why, but obviously when I found out that he was linking up with them South African supermodels, I was heartbroken. Do you know what I mean? I was pissed off because I thought, why are you fucking linking South African supermodels? You've told me you're flying back to ATL. You've told me I can stay in the hotel for as long as I want, but you've fucking gone to link up with South African supermodels.
Mm,
I was pissed off. So my mate said, "What?" So I think I was in at the time I was in the care system. I was in I think I was in a flat, but he had like a social worker who used to always come round, like a support worker. And I remember my support worker used to say to me, she used to tell me like what to do and stuff like that. And she said, "Just go to the newspaper and tell your story."
Oh shit! Is that what she said?
Yeah. She went, "Go to the newspaper and tell your story." I would, if I was you. And I was like, "Really?" She was like, "Yeah, go to the newspaper." And I literally proper looked up to this woman. I idolised this girl. I thought, yeah, she knows what she's doing. She wouldn't put me in a situation that I didn't realise. And I was so fucking stupid because I was raised in the care system. I trusted what these motherfuckers said to me. Do you know what I mean? Because I wasn't really seeing my mum or my dad like that. I was just seeing these fucking social workers all the time. Do you know what I mean? So I trusted her. And in the end, it turns out this woman, she wasn't even a proper social worker. She told me, I remember years later, she told me that she bought her social services certificate and went working in the fucking kids' homes with a
Oh
blank social
shit!
services
What
degree.
the hell? That
Yeah,
is crazy.
that's what she told me. She admitted it to me.
Wow, man.
Like, wow, so you've been working in these kids' homes, looking after me,
Are you
and
hearing that,
you don't
people?
even have the
Just
training.
to put that out there for the rebroadcast and whatnot. People, you hearing this? There's people that work in these homes that are not even qualified to work in these homes, man.
Literally, there's so many things like that going on in the care system. You can get in there with a blag frigging certificate, and these babies and these children are very vulnerable, and more needs to be done in this system. It's very dangerous for the little ones, do you know what I mean?
But you know how many times I've heard of these places where children go to, and certain things like partake in there. You know, it's really sad, and it's
Yeah.
like, and this is why people that we cannot put all of our effort into having the police around or having these little side companies that help children. What they called? What they called again? When you get extra help from what they called again? Support workers and stuff like this.
Yeah.
You have to do these days, people. You got to implement your own situation in your children, man. You know what I mean? And I just hope that you lot can do it the right way because you lot have been trained the right way yourself. But yeah, we have to implement, and not even just our children, man, our friends, man. You know what I mean? Like, if you know that one of your friends is doing these things, look out for them. Don't
Yeah.
tell them, oh, they're going to find out
You
when
have
it
to
goes
speak
left.
up as well. You have to, like, you know, speak up and try and, like, raise the alarm if you're worried. There's people like Childline. You could just ring Childline at 0800. I think it's all the ones or something like that, and it's like
Yeah,
takes you to like a health line where you can, even if it's just for your mental health, even if you're feeling a little bit down or whatever like that, there's
you're
things
right.
like that. There's always available for people, but especially if you're in a foreign country and you're in an emergency. Obviously, if you're in America, it's 911. I've never had to call it, luckily.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the first time when I was in Miami when I was a little bit concerned, but won't go into that right now. And stuff going back that night anyway. But obviously in America it's 911 and in Europe it's 112.
Yeah. Oh,
Everywhere.
better yet, don't even do it at all. Don't even go to these places. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but obviously if you need to know it, people are literally going to do it anyway. You and I
I
know
know they are. And that's the whole point of this video,
stuff
right?
is going on under our noses, and people who are doing it, they're not even telling anyone. That's why I'm saying it's so dangerous. There's things that could have happened to me, and I am so grateful. It's only because I've got an angel guiding me and protecting me and
Yeah.
showing me, you know, what to do and how to move. Do you get what I mean? That's the only reason I'm blessed.
Right. And like you mentioned before, the missing people situation. Many people go missing from day to day. We know from videos like Latoya's videos talking about all this Dubai stuff, you know, people pooing on each other.
Oh, it's actually it's embarrassing, isn't it? Isn't
Right.
that sad that someone actually feels the need to degrade themselves to
To
that
degrade
level
themselves like that, you know
that
what I
you
mean?
are going to allow someone? I don't care if you're giving me a fucking
Yeah.
£1,000,000. There's no way that anyone's shitting in my mouth. No fucking way in my heaven. You've got to be smoking the fucking matters. It would never happen.
Right. And the mad thing about it is like, people need to realize that, you know, when Sodom and Gomorrah in the Bible got destroyed, yeah, that was a city. Now, what people have to understand is that this whole world is like Sodom and Gomorrah right now. The whole world is like that. The sexuality's gone to a different level. You got people now, basically, children can get pornos on their tablets. They can get pornography on their phones, you know. It's not even just where they can get it, it's the accessibility. You understand? The accessibility. And then also, you got that linked up with, you know, the celebrity lifestyle, you know. We have to teach these people that we have to get our own things, you know. We have to get our own money. We need to get our own cars, you know. It's a sad situation, people, you know, but make sure you people, if you know anybody that's going down this route, or any mothers that you know their children are going down this route, just you gotta send them this video, you know. She's come on, she's explained certain real life situations. You know, that's what we got to start doing a lot more of on this show. Real life situations where people have really been through it and that can talk about it, you know what I'm trying to say? And we're happy that nothing happened to Em, you know what I mean? But this could be, you've heard the stories when she was 18. And you have to understand, Emmett, no lie, right? When people are young, they you know, they like to try new things, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily how they
These are their stories from back in the day when they did this, that, and the third, and there was, you know, hanging out with this person and that
Yeah,
person. Everybody's got those kind of
yeah,
stories, but mine are just a little bit more shock factor, wow factor. Mine are with celebrities. Mine aren't. I weren't just linking up with fucking any Tom, Dick, or Harry. I was hanging out with fucking celebrities and all that. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah,
you know, so everybody's done things that they regret. But all I'm saying is for people in this world, and especially young women, is just to be really, really careful out there in the streets.
yeah. Be very careful. Keep focused. Keep your mind open, and share the knowledge between people. Because I'll tell you something now. You're never going to be able to turn on your TV and see a video like this. Now, I'm not saying that people on YouTube might not have done a video on this situation. I don't really know because I haven't checked. You know, we're doing this because we hear it's going on, and you know, we're going to talk about it. But you would never turn on normal TV and see a program. I don't know. Has there ever been a program or any awareness on TV? I don't really watch TV anyway. But
I was
have you,
watching the Soft White Underbelly
what's
the other
this one
day.
about then?
The Soft White Underbelly. So that's like a channel where they just bring different people on and they just ask them to talk about their lives. And there was this girl and she talks about how she was sex trafficked from a baby.
Oh,
Her parents bought her and she was handed from a monastery and she was given to these parents and she was literally asleep for most of her life because they just used to drug her and give her out to different families. It was absolutely horrific and she just
horrendous.
remember
Yeah,
she was constantly just waking up in different people's beds and different people's homes and she was just being drugged her whole life. And she was a little child, you know. She was given up for adoption, and this is what was her life. And it was just traumatic. And there's so many stories like that where just people are just in such awful conditions and situations, and it's just like how can people just go under the radar like that? Do you know what I mean? Like, how have we got so like disassociated as a people that we're allowing
right,
this into our neighbours and our friends? Because even when I don't really know someone or like don't really fuck with someone, like I still give a shit about them. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're having a tough time, let me know and I'll fucking back you, because that's what human beings are supposed to do for each other. They're not supposed to like
right,
all this weird evil shit that people are trying to do. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't
right.
make sense. Like, we're here to care and love each other. Do you know what I mean? So I just never understand it. I just don't get it.
And I'm glad you mentioned the evil because that's what it is. It's just pure evil.
Pure evil in this world.
Like I said in the video the other day, people have to understand it's a spiritual world we're living in. This ain't no makeup. You see, we're not making this up. Like, this is what it is. Like there is a fight between good and evil. And a lot of people want to believe in the Big Bang and think that the world just started from an explosion.
What a
Great.
load of shit.
You know what I mean?
That's a
Yeah,
load of
very
shit.
disrespectful to
The
the
world did
creator.
not come
Very
from the Big
disrespectful.
Bang. Do you know what I mean?
Do you understand?
Definitely no. That's not. It
You know,
wasn't.
no way. This world is too architectural, and even
Have you
down to
seen
the
how
humans.
beautiful everything God created is everything that He
understand?
created is so perfect and so magnificently put together that you just can't even fathom it. Like, everything connects together so perfectly, like a little jigsaw piece. And yeah, people still refuse to see and recognize that you know, we ought to give Him the thanks for everything that is around us. People's just too stuck in this grid. Do you know what I mean? That people in the matrix, that people are just like stuck in.
Yeah, and it's starting to look like people actually enjoy being stuck in it. Like, it's like some people are actually afraid to see what it really is. Because some people out here, I don't believe that all the zombies that are out here really don't think nothing's going on. I think that they choose because they're actually scared to know the truth. Would you agree?
To know what's really happening. This is going really deep. This, you know, what I'm talking about, what my story is. I am just one of many millions, hundreds of thousands.
Right.
A lot of children in the care system in the UK. I was watching
Mm.
something on Channel 4 the other day with Davina McCall, and she was talking about long lost children who were lost in the care system, whose parents put them up for adoption in the 1940s
Yeah,
in
that's
the
crazy.
UK, and they were getting sent over to Australia to live with random people. And these kids weren't coming back. They were getting lost. They were getting missing. The kids were just, they'd ran away, or
Yeah.
there was all these excuses. And when the parents sometimes they want the
Mm.
kids back, you know what I mean? So they'll ring up, "Where's my child?
Mm.
I want my child back." And sorry, there's no record of your child here. We've got no record of that child ever being with us. Sorry, and that was
What?
the parents were really just closed. The door was closed in the faces. The children were never seen again. Hundreds of thousands of them shipped over to Australia in the year, taken by the care system.
Jeez, man.
What's happening there? And I feel like it could still be happening now. Do you know what I mean?
Australia's a big place, man.
Yeah.
You don't
So,
really hear much about Australia and them type of vibes. You notice that?
my
Just
answer.
that alone, I never knew that what you just said. That's new. That's new information to me. So I will be definitely researching Australia now, because Australia's an island that sits over there. You don't really the most I've heard from Australia over the last few years was the wildfires that were going on. That
Yeah,
was
there was
getting back.
a child
Yeah.
who left the kids' home, and he was one of the survivors of these kids' homes that he got sent out to Australia. He ran away, but luckily he managed to escape from this kids' home. But he was talking about how they used to beat them, sodomize them, just treat them like slaves, get them like working all day and all that, just like proper awful treatment to these children from these care, care systems. He was in the care system. He was let down by the state, left down by
Of
everybody who's
course.
there to protect them. Do you know what I mean? And it's just
Yeah.
heartbreaking with that. And it was a happening, and it's still happening. And it needs to stop, doesn't it?
Yeah, and and this is where people have to understand. Like Trump, I tell people all the time, Trump was doing a lot for the sex trafficking industry, as in he was stopping a lot of stuff. People don't know about that. Just before he got kicked out of power, when Trump was going into office talking about, "Oh, I've got some people that are really upset with me" and stuff like that. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but that was when he was actually, taking down certain people. Big up Hugh Six Titch, big up, bro. Gold Gossip, big up his TV, big up, man. Yeah, so yeah, you're right. This has been going on for years, and it's been going on underneath our feet for before we was even born. Before all of us in this chat here was even born. We're only getting access to certain things because the internet is exposing a lot of stuff in various countries.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So what does R-Tube say? No, Australia, a mad country. There's a what? With the ish. Philippines is right next to Australia, and a lot of them Aussies travel there. Oh shit! Oh shit! Jimmy Savile. Oh god. But yeah, man. So you're saying that Australia's about that life, yeah? Okay, that may be why they got burnt down. You know what I mean? The wrath of God is serious, man. You know what I mean? But people, we're glad that you've not jumped into there. We've got MC official, and we're gonna start speeding up this and doing more shows because and you might even get some shows that are just like this. We're not always gonna be showing our face, but we are gonna be doing shows where we do show our face. I would like the people to really start looking after the children out here. Even when I go to the park, I look out for the youth them.
Yeah.
Because there's actually a park where I live, and you have to. You got to keep your eyes out. There was actually a park where I live. I don't know if you remember, people with subscribers, but they put a video about how even a young boy. See, we're talking about females right now, but this happens to boys too. You know, these people be flying to places like Thailand and stuff like that and doing weird stuff. But there's a boy that got grabbed up, you know, and the thing is, we have to remember, yeah, is that the news does not remind us about these things that have been happening. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Mm.
They don't remind us, you know, they don't talk about it every month. Do you understand? Big up to all the man them out there that are doing the catching paedophile thing. That's a beautiful situation.
Yeah, I like those shows where you catch the paedophiles.
I love them. I love them.
They stopped all that. I haven't seen that for ages. Facebook has shut that right down.
What?
You don't see them that much anymore, do you? Them paedophile hunters.
No, yeah, they used to always come up on Facebook, innit? Yeah.
They locked them down. I don't know what was going on. But maybe he was,
Boy,
you know, picking up, he was lifting up too many things. Someone needs to get back out there and do it. We should get that back out there and do it, P.
yeah, we should definitely get back out there. But the only thing is about me, yeah, I'm a bit like, I gotta be careful with that one there, because the anger that I have for them type of people, it's like,
yeah, I know you
if
want
we
to
do that, we have to be very self-controlled. It's like, and anyone that's
want to
watching,
take them on a 2-day trip and never bring them back, wouldn't you?
yeah, it's you know, it's because the way I see it though, them people are not my friends; they're demons, man. And to have that type of mind frame, I don't want to hear about. Well, I better not say that because I don't want the healthcare people to come at me. But them type of people that do stuff like that, they would never be on my side. So it would be kind of, I would have to use a lot of self-control. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like me and Em said, big up to everybody out there that has ever got involved. Because you lot don't get your flowers, man. You don't get your flowers. And we don't know who's the are individually. So big up to everybody that has partook in catching them paedophiles and pretending to be 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds and catching these guys, man. Because these guys, when you watch these programs, these guys that they catch, they don't even look like, they look like guys that you wouldn't even look at on the road.
Yeah. You literally pass them in the street without batting an
Yeah,
eyelid.
you literally walk past them. And these guys that I've seen get caught, I wouldn't even, not that I walk around looking at people anyway, but you know,
yeah.
do you understand what I'm saying? They're the guys that they're the nobody guys, man. You know what I mean? And that's why you got to keep your eye out. That's why you got to keep your eye out for the people.
Okay.
But yeah, so shall we just end the show there tonight and then come with the next subject? You know, and I really appreciate you jumping on. I appreciate everybody in the chat, and this is a conversation that we just had to get out. Make sure you share it, and yeah, we'll see you maybe what day is it tomorrow? It's Sunday. Maybe Thursday.
Yeah.
Maybe Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, that's
tomorrow's Thursday. No, today's Thursday. No, today's Wednesday.
So soon.
I'm only confused people because it's 25 past 12. I'm not.
Okay, then let's call it a day. It's lovely to speak to you all, and you, Pay.
Yeah, and we'll both see you soon. We'll both see you soon, guys. And just be safe out there and spread the awareness and love and blessings.